Hey y'all, how are you today? Welcome back. So the quick announcement is that the video coming on the 22nd, we're going to be talking about the next horror franchise I'll be covering, which is starting in April, which is cool. Yeah. And at this video coming on the 21st, we're talking about the Son of Frankenstein. I'm super excited. Sorry, yeah. So, this video is forming right now. On the 21st, we're talking about Son of Frankenstein. And here we go. Son of Frankenstein came out in 1939. It is the third in, Universal Pictures Frankenstein series, and it's a follow-up to Bride of Frankenstein. Which is cool. No, original would have been a Frankenstein. It was directed by Roland Lee. Trying to think why I would have heard of him. This is by far his most famous film. But, he worked on the Count of Monte Cristo, which is cool. He worked on Cardinal Richelieu. He worked on a Three Musketeer film. What else? There's not a lot of really films I've heard of him from. I don't really know. He also, Sun Never Sets, which is cool. Yeah. Now let's talk about some actors in this. And any well-known producers. Because, honestly, you never know. The screenplay was by Willis Cooper. I've never heard of him before. He worked in Lights Out and Quiet Please, radio programs. One of the actors is Basil Rathbone. He's a South African actor, Englishman. Shakespearean. He was in David Copperfield, Tyball, and Romeo and Juliet. He was in Adventures of Robin Hood. He was Sherlock Holmes in actually 14 Hollywood films between 1939 and 1946. Probably what he's probably most famous for, which is cool. Like I said, I've never heard of him. He stars as Baron Wolf von Frankenstein, who is the son of Frankenstein. You have Boris Karloff. He's the Mummy, a monster. Really famous, probably one of the most iconic Hollywood actors. He was also bearded. And the Mummy as Imhotep, the original, 1932, which I covered. He was also the Grinch, narrating the Grinch animated special, The Grinch Stole Christmas, from 1966. Which is cool. Let's talk about some other actors. You got Bela Lugosi, probably one of the most famous actors of all time. Famous for playing Dracula in 1931's Dracula. He was also in this movie as Igor, which is a new friend, which is cool. He's a Hungarian and American actor. Yeah. He was in The Raven, The Black Cat. Yeah. Talk about some other actors really quick. You have Lionel Atwill. He was in Captain Blood. That's probably Josephine Hutchinson. She was in North by Northwest, which is really cool. Also starred in a couple of, she was in various series. She was in The Twilight Zone, which is cool. You have Dennis Dunnigan. Let's look at why he played the voice of young Bambi in Bambi in 1942. I don't know if that's the Disney version. He's still around today, which is cool. What else is he famous for? He was in Tower of London, which is cool. And his final film was actually Young Bambi. Which is cool. Actually, it was young Bambi who played him. He played Bambi, the young version of him. Emma Dunn's also in this. I don't know who she is. Edgar Norton. I probably don't know who he is, but he looks familiar. I'm on Wikipedia looking these guys up because he was in Alice in Wonderland, which is cool. Probably the only way I would recognize him. Yeah. He was you also have Lawrence Grant, Living Ghost, I'll Tell the World, The Mask of Fu Manchu, which is cool. Who else? Michael Mark, Lionel Belmore. You have Tom Ricketts, played Ebenezer Scrooge in an American adaptation of The Christmas Carol in 1908. And he also directed one of the earliest motion pictures in Hollywood, which is really cool. Is really cool. There's no one else I recognize, sadly. Actually, one of the actors, his name's Harry Cording. He was in A Black Cat and Robin Hood, which is really cool. Yeah, I don't know what movies we're gonna cover next, but talking about old classic movies, we have none of them for the rest of this month, but I don't know when it was, but I was planning, I don't know if I ever did it, but I was gonna plan to cover Invisible Man, which I feel like I did, but I didn't. But otherwise, maybe Black Cat, The Raven, because if you do the Black Cat, you're gonna have a couple well-known actors, and you're gonna have, yeah, you're gonna have, like, if you do the Black Cat, it would be Boris Karloff, Bela Lugosi, and also another famous actor named John Carradine, who is, I believe his family is still around in Hollywood, which is cool. Or they were until a couple years ago. I don't know. I seriously hope y'all enjoy. And like I said, the video coming after, announcement about next horror franchise. Bye-bye.